What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and that's right, the news came out on Wednesday. Is it a miracle, or are we going back to the way things were? Let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the new banner that's coming to Final Fantasy Brave Exvius this week. The new one. There are several banners coming, but this is going to be the new one. And it has Myra, which was one of the Fan Festa winners for the, unit design contest. And we also have Aurora Fryevia, which I know a lot of you guys out there were really happy about and wanted to get your hands on. So here's going to be the banner where you can do that. Moving on down, if we look at the step up, we're getting a 4-star guaranteed, a random rainbow, a 10% 5-star ticket, and then we get either Myra or Aurora Fryevia at the end. It does look like it's going to be a 25k one of those, so one of the more expensive ones. However, at least it's not super terrible. You get some value with the 4-star ticket and the 10% 5. I wish it just went back to that one way where it was like 1.5 times rate up on Myra and Aurora Fryevia, 2 times rate up on them, and then you get one of them guaranteed. I like that a little bit better, but at least you get something here, which is good to look into. So, Myra, who is Myra? Well, Myra was, again, one of the unit design winners of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius at Fan Festa, and she looks to be very interesting. Honestly, I didn't find myself wanting to go after a unit for a while, but if Myra is what I think she may be, I may be trying to get a couple of them, maybe. We'll see. I do have some tickets saved up. We saw what happened with Aang, so that's something to look forward to. So Myra looks like her job's going to be idle. Again, she looks like she's like a pop star type of unit. If we look at the way she was designed, if we look at her unit design submission, she does look like a pop star. And what I like about that is, not only can she sing, she should be able to dance. And if we look at all of our bars, the problem is they get locked into singing. They're stuck in many turns. But with dancers like Soleil, they're not locked into that. They do get to do the buffs, the breaks, the healing, the whatever else they're going to do while they're dancing. And idols can also dance. So I'm hoping that's kind of where they take the character to make them more powerful. Maybe give them a couple of songs they could sing, or a couple songs she could sing, Myra, but also give her some dances. That'd be interesting. Looking down at the Super Trust Match reward, Myra's mic stand. It says it's a rod. Now, this is going to be a problem if it is a rod, because most of the spirit, because you're going to put spirit on your healer, on your support unit. Most of the spirit materia and things like that out there do work with staffs. So for this not to be a rod, for this not to be a staff, it's a little bit rough, but hopefully that was just the wrong thing they put in there. Because they've done that before, where they put the wrong little picture when they're making this stuff. So we'll see. If it is a rod, hey, we'll have to deal with it. Spirit 150, attack 10, enable to all fans, boost spirit when HP is below a certain point. Honestly, this seems like a really lackluster Super Trust Mastery reward. There are a lot of things out there that have like plus 150 spirit, plus a lot more than what we're seeing here. So, probably not going for 4 of her at all, unless I see something weird that happens with this Myra's mic stand where maybe it makes it worth it. Moving on down, we do have the Trust Mastery reward, Agayo. Magic 20, Spirit 55, enables Agayo, boosts light and fire resist. It's a hat. It's a hat that gives you 55 Spirit, Magic 20, with the light and fire resist. We'll have to see what those numbers are on that. That could be very interesting, but the problem is that a lot of people out there, I wouldn't say it's really much of a problem, actually. I'm going to stop and say it's not a problem, because I'm thinking, like, of the hairpin, of Phoenix hairpin, but not everybody has a million hairpins out there, I guess. So this could be something out there you could use instead of that, especially if you need light and fire resist, it can help you out. So we'll have to look into that and see what those numbers are. Moving on down to the abilities they actually show us, because, again, this unit isn't out. We have no idea how well this unit is going to go with, okay? Live Concert, 7-star ability. You can use it once every 6 turns, which I think is every 5-turn cooldown, because, you know, the turn you use it. Again, I go over this every time, but I want to make sure people understand. Cast 1-time auto-revive and gradually restore HP and MP for all allies. That move is busted, because think about it. The person I use a lot is Lotus Mage Fina, and she heals everybody's HP and then gives them all an auto-revive with her cooldown ability. This ability is going to put everybody at auto-revive and then put an HP and MP gradually re-rate. You can cast this on turn 1 of any fight and be happy about it, right? Because every turn you're getting HP back and you're getting MP back. Great, great, great ability. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting a little excited about her. I want to see what she can do. Interlude. Boost attack, magic, defense, and spirit. So you get the boost, and then you get to cure poison, blind, sleep, silence, paralysis, confusion, disease, and stone. Okay. Restore HP for all allies and enable outro for 2 turns. So we have to cast this in order for outro to be enabled. So, again, it looks like the little singing thing. It doesn't look like she's going to be locked into singing. It looks like she gets to cast this and move on to cast something else, which is going to be great. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having like this hair in my eye or something, and it's really bothering me. So my bad. If I find it, I'm taking it down. And you get, okay, so in one move, you get HP up. So we don't know what that HP is, but if it's Kirasha status, dear God, you get an Asunga with stone with stone removal and disease removal. And then you get to enable Outro, which is also going to boost attack, defense, magic, and spirit, restore MP, and activate barrier for all allies. This looks like, again, that it's more or so following the dancing moves, like Soleil, like activate this, and then this gets activated. You can dance that, and you keep swapping out between the turns. That's what this looks like. The fact that she has an HP and MP recovery on an auto revive cooldown, the fact that she has all stat buffs, cures everything and stone, and gives HP back to all allies in one single move is insane. And then we have one that gives buffs everything, and I'm assuming the attack, magic, defense, spirit obviously is going to be higher on Outro than Interlude. Gives us MP back, which is great, and then activates a barrier for everybody. This unit could be busted, okay? So we need to look into her and make sure, gosh, that hair, it probably just went into my eye. Yeah, so this unit could be busted. Yep, I had to do surgery on my eye to get that hair out. Anyway, so what this is this shows why the news is so important to me. For me, it's playing the game to come out early. Because now I'm super excited about Myra. I cannot wait until the maintenance happens tonight. The data mine comes out. I'm super excited to see about it. And I get to share that excitement with you guys. Because I think Myra could be something special. And somebody I may just want to put on my team. Plus, I think the sprite is going to be amazing. You can already tell how it looks. I can't wait to see the animations. I want to see the Limit Burst and the winning animation. They're always the best. Very excited about Myra. And not to be left out of the excitement is Aurora Fryevia. You guys remember that the people that ended up being able to go to Fan Festa got 2 Aurora Fryevia. 1, essentially 2. They got a 7-star Aurora Fryevia. They got 1 and a Prism to make the Aurora Fryevia happen. I'm going to go ahead and just talk about the Super Trust Masteries. Attack 160, Magic 120, MP 20%, two-handed weapon. This weapon is absolutely insane when it comes to any kind of hybrid damage dealer that's going to be using true double hand. Man, with a lot of us coming from Fan Festa, not everybody, but a lot of us, at least the people that attended, sorry, I guess a lot of us isn't the whole global community. This is going to be hard to pass up. It is an amazing, amazing STMR. However, you are pulling on a 2 5-star base banner, but it's kind of alleviated. Now, if you didn't get the 2 from FanFest, it's going to be tough on you, right? Getting 4 of anything is going to be tough. However, I do want to point out that Aurora Fryevia and Myra are not time limited. So if you really wanted Aurora Fryevia, you're just like, Fryevia is my favorite unit. Aurora Fryevia looks awesome. Love the way she looks. You can use UOC on her if you want. That's up to you. That's your choice. 2 weeks after this banner, boom, you can go and just grab them up if you want to. Or you can grab a couple if you want that STMR or the one you need to make 7-star. So that's what's cool about this. They're not time limited, so you can use UOC if you please. Talking about Aurora Fryevia as far as the meta, damage dealer, hybrid damage dealer, sorry, extremely powerful, hit the mic, extremely powerful, very, very good. Now, she will be passed up immediately when Axstar comes out. Okay, and going to be passed up by quite a bit. However, she's a hybrid damage dealing unit. So she will have the perks of being a hybrid damage dealing unit, being able to, sneak in there when something's resist to, spirit, or resist to physical damage or magic damage. You're going to be able to get around a couple of things and be able to do that. On top of the fact that she works well with Fryevia. So if you love Fryevia, put Fryevia in your party. You get this awesome, chaining ability that only 2 of them can do. She has great chaining frames. She does a lot of damage. I love the unit. I love the animations. I love everything about her. Problem is, again, it's hard for me to tell you guys to go absolutely nuts when she's going to be passed up in the damage thing. So if you like her and you're going to, because I'm sticking with Sora, baby. If I get to Axstar, of course, I'll show them off for you guys. But I'm going to try to beat things with Sora. So if you guys want to pledge and do it with Aurora Fryevia, get at it. But as far as waiting, I think it's a couple of months. And we're going to be hitting that higher tier damage dealing thing, okay? So not a bad investment, but not the best investment you could be making it, okay? So that banner seems cool as hell. I don't know if I'm summoning on it. Again, we'll have to wait and see how Myra turns out. Definitely using some tickets for sure. Next up, we can look down that we have is Darkness Apocalypse, which is going to be a raid event. And it's going to be the same boss we keep fighting for these FFBE Fan Festa unit design, okay? So we're going to be fighting that boss again. Kind of a little bit of a letdown, but yeah, that's how it is. So this raid is not to be skipped, though. Okay? It's not to be skipped. Soul of Darkness is a materia, right? Boosts magic and spirit by 30%. A materia you can get from a raid that boosts magic and spirit by 30%, and that's not all. And chance of evading magic attacks, we don't know what that's going to be, 5%, 10%, 1,000,000%, we don't know what it's going to be. However, I have heard from the data miners that there is a bug or how the game works that magic evade is not stacking right now. So just be aware of that. That's what I've heard, cannot confirm, just spreading the rumors out there that people are saying that Magic Evade is not stacking either properly or wasn't stacking at all before. Who knows? We'll have to look into that a little bit better, but I'm just saying, even if it didn't say Evade Magic Attack, Magic and Spirit up is insane. And then if you're looking at somebody like, you know, White Knight Noel, who needs that Magic and Spirit to do damage, plus a little bit of Magic Evade and Magic Cover Take, come on, man! This is amazing! Let's see, Woven Trapper Cap is attack and magic 15, and it's a hat. Boost MP by 10% and restore MP every turn. Aurora Fryevia only. So the boost MP and 10%, that stuff going for Aurora Fryevia. You probably already have a better attack and magic, because when you're building a hybrid unit, you really just want to boost one way or the other. You kind of don't want to go both ways, like attack and magic. You want to build one as high as you can, magic or attack, depending on what you're attacking. And then the one you get the highest, and then you want to work the other one in as much as possible without taking that big number down. This is due to how Final Fantasy Brave Exvius mechanics work and how the game works as a damage calculation. Let's see, Enchanted Brooch, we have an accessory, Spirit 30, boost fire and light resistance by 20% only on Myra, though. So this one, again, an accessory, Spirit 30, maybe that interests you, not too much to me, but maybe a new player, Spirit 30 on accessory could be pretty good for you. Tattered Overcoat, going to be Spirit 25, Defense 10, boost target resistance by 20% and nullify Petrify. This is an item I also want to pick up. Look at the different things it gives you. It gives you resist the dark 20%, and there are a lot of times, again, when you're looking to build up all your units, okay, they need to get up to like 80, 90%, or 100% resist to this element. This is going to help you there and give you Petrification nullification. So it's going to be pretty good. So, honestly, and then we get a couple of, we get Cursed Locket and Shattered Yari here. Honestly, there's there's two pieces in this raid that even a veteran player like myself actually do want to get my hands on and actually are going to be end up using. So, I would definitely be messing around with this raid and making sure you're getting in there and summoning them raid coins and doing it. Moving on down, they are bringing back the banners of the past unit design characters, and Mouth and then Cersei are coming back, and they get their own step-ups that you guys can do again if that interests you, if you really wanted them. And then we have Beryl and Elisperis, or Lesperis. You guys can go in there and get those units if you want. I've already reviewed them, I've already been over them, but that gives you a chance that maybe if you want to spend on the step-up or a couple of tickets, they have returns so you can get a hold of them and try again, see if your luck happens. Alright, so before we get into this blacksmith story, the newest high difficulty extra stages become available. This is essentially where you can go in and grind the awakening materials. We've had this over and over again. I've had a huge problem with the Blacksmith of Flame myself, okay, and a lot of people have too. The story mission is extremely buggy. The game is in a terrible state of bugs right now, and we really need that to be fixed. I have not been able to beat the bonus stage. I really wanted to make a clear video for you guys, because I know you guys have been hounding me for God videos. But there's several bugs with the story event. So I would say until they are fixed, they talk about one of them in the issue report. Until they are fixed, I would stay away from it. If you don't, unless you don't mind wasting some energy. So one of them, you're halfway through a story event, right? You click a little node and you start going up, and you get to a story event and you watch a cutscene. Either skip it or watch it, doesn't matter. At the end of it, your app will crash. Okay, your app's just gonna crash. That happens with FFBE, let's load it back up. It's gonna load you right back up into that story scene. You're like, okay, skip, I've already watched it. When you skip it, a screen comes up that says, this has already ended. And you click OK, app shuts down. When you load it back up, you're stuck infinitely in that cutscene. Unless you choose not to return to where you were and start completely over. Meaning that you just wasted all of that energy and time going through that level. Okay? Even if you don't skip it when you return. Even if you watch it all the way through, it still says this is already ended. You're screwed. Once that happens to you, you're done. Wherever you were in that story mission, you have to start all over. Waste more energy. Okay? The next one that I've run into is you're in the middle of a battle, right? In the middle of a battle in a story mission, this also includes the bonus stage, and in the middle of that battle, the app crashes. So you're like, okay, this happens sometimes, or all the time in FFB. Let me reload that thing back up. Let me get back in that battle. Starts you off at that same turn. When you win the battle, it thinks that you've won the entire event without giving you the clear bonus, without actually clearing it. Any missions you did prior to that are done, so you get those missions, but it knocks you back out, and you have to restart that story event again and beat it again. For example, bonus stage, I'm getting to the middle monster, the middle fight, almost beating him, app crashes, beat him, and it kicks me out. I never get to fight Integer. So this is becoming a very big problem. This is actually really bad for players out there who are kind of on the edge of the FFBE right now. They can't even play the game, yet they're not really bringing it up. I mean, this needs fixed immediately. It is unplayable. I cannot beat the bonus stage. I can't do it. I can't even make content on it. So I need that to be fixed ASAP. And we need the friend list to be fixed. Please, God, it's been forever. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to say. Be careful with your energy. Some people aren't having any of these problems. Some people are going in, get done with it. I have crashed probably a total of 27 times in the story event now. It was 23 just getting through the story event, and I've crashed like 4 times. I did it twice on stream, trying to beat the bonus stage now, so... yeah, it's been pretty disgusting. But hey, moving on. So hopefully the bugs get fixed. Just trying to bring a notice to it, you know what I mean? Next up, we have introducing a free 10+1 summon ticket with Aurora Fryevia and Myra having their raid up. So it's just going to be a free 10+1 with raid up, which is pretty cool. Best of luck to you guys out there when you guys pull on that. Give me some Myra so I don't have to spend money. Let's see. Fan Festa exchange. Okay, so essentially... we're going to have login bonuses, which we're going to look over in a minute. And you're going to get these FFBE Fan Festa exchange tokens. The way you're going to exchange these, you're going to go to the Mog Minister, which is a tiny little mustached Mog next to King Mog. And you're going to have like a little shop. They're going to have 4-star tickets. They say they're going to have past Fan Festa units. These are going to be more than likely Cheerleader Fina, Cowboy Jake. You know, the ones that everybody got at Fan Festa. That way, if you missed out on it, you haven't gotten them, here's your chance to get them. Other than that, they're going to have some goodies in there you guys can spend for free and grab them up, so that's what you're going to be doing. This is the Fan Festa login bonuses, which is pretty cool. If we look on down, we get a 5+1 ticket on day 1, which is awesome. We get 5 King Metal Mini-Tours. Make them max, dude. Make these max, dude. I'm just saying. 200 Lapis, 500 of those tokens, so you need to log in during this whole event to get all the tokens to get all the goodies. A 4-star guaranteed EX ticket, 300 Lapis, 500 more of those tokens, 2 EX summon tickets, 20,000 gil, 1,000 Lapis, so the Lapis actually adds up. Trust coin, 100, so again, they are giving out trust coins in these login bonuses. Trust coins are actually pretty valuable, so I'd make sure to get those. 4-star guaranteed EX ticket, Resident Sleeper, Fan Festa token times 1,000, so that's a big one right there. 10% Trust Moogle, Fan Festa Premium 10+1 Summon Ticket, and we'll talk about that in a minute. It shows up there. 400,000 gil, Fan Festa token 500, 4-star EX ticket times 2, Fan Festa token and Fan Festa token. So you want to get all these goodies. They're all really good. Even the EX tickets. Hey, dude, you never know what you're going to get on those. But the Fan Festa Premium 10+1 Summon is a summon that you get, and you either get all yellows, or it can also contain some rainbows. So you can't get any blues. It should increase your chances of getting rainbows significantly if it works like it should. You never know, but if it works like it should, you should be good on getting that. So I'm very excited about that, logging in, getting those rewards. It's always a good time. And then we also have a couple of other things to talk about. We have a special 5-star batch summon, and you're only going to be able to get this ticket if you buy the Fan Festa bundle. We don't know what that bundle is going to be. We're going to have to look at it and see what we get. Hopefully it has all of the value, like in Lapis-wise and cool stuff, and then this ticket's just an added bonus. That'd be neat. But you can't, it doesn't look like you can acquire this through the means of just playing the game. It's going to be for spenders. And if you use this to summon, you're either getting one of these 6 units. So one of these 6 units you are getting. If that interests you, that's awesome. For me, the only units that will stay non-outdated, for me, are going to be Rim and Awaken Rain. The other units are outdated. Ring of the Lucia is great to go for. Fryevia, Kunshira, they're going to be passed up in damage. Not saying they're not usable, because they're hybrid damage dealers, and they're going to be okay. Kurosame is going to be great. You know, he does really high damage right now, but again, Axar will pass him up. So it's going to be up to you guys if you want to summon with this ticket. If you guys want to spin, you'll have to look at the banner and decide for yourself, okay? I myself, not very interested in that ticket, but again, I've whaled a lot, so I already have all those units. And last but not least, we do have an update to the King Mog's lost maps. I was worried I wouldn't be able to use these until a King Mog shop came up, but it looks like it's going to be available inside the Vortex permanently, so you can always go in there and be spinning your maps that maybe you saved up from past King Mog events, which I like a lot. That's a good update. I'm glad about that. We go to important. We do have an issue report. This is where they talk about being stuck in the cutscene. In story, apparently it's happening in story 2, so that's really bad. That's really bad. It looks like they're extending the Ignacio story event for 1 week. The compensation we're getting is 100 Lapis. Energy restored 10 times 15, so 150 energy, right? I think is what they're giving us. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't even say when they're going to fix the problem. So it's like more or less like, here's these energy pots and it's 100 Lapis. Good luck. Don't like this. Like, at least they said something. So first up, I guess. but it's not good enough anymore. And the compensation is asked. I'm not one to ask for compensation, ever. Ever. I used to bitch at people asking for compensation. I'm like, come on, dude. Who cares, dude? It's just free stuff. However, when a game is unplayable and is in this lull, in this down point, that should have been more than that, because I spent hell of a lot more energy than that trying to beat this event. So I've already surpassed the compensation, and I haven't been able to beat it yet. So I'm going to be end up spending even more trying to beat it. I mean, I can wait for the fix. Thank God they extended it for a week, so hopefully they fix it and then you can beat it. I think it's a little bit rough, and they don't even mention the part where if you're battling something and it cuts out that, like, it says that you've beat it and you get your missions, but then it kicks you out and you have to redo it. Doesn't even mention that either. I'm sure they're aware of it because I made sure they were aware of it when I was doing my stream. But hey, you do what you do. Honestly, overall, I really wish there was a trial that was released this week. I know a lot of people are really excited about the summons. I am too. I want to see what Myra can do. Aurora Fryevia, awesome unit. But I want something to test my might against. I want something cool to fight that doesn't crash on me, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want more trials. And when the Gilgamesh retrial comes out, you know how they're doing all the trials again, making them stronger. When Gilgamesh comes, that's supposed to be a 7-star fight. That's supposed to be when things start ramping up, things get a little bit more tough for everybody out there, and I'm very excited about that. I'm ready to test my might against something that maybe be a little harder. It calls me to, you know, calls me and my sword to take a little bit more hits to the chin, lose a little bit, and battle. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I hope they start putting that in the game a little bit more, and maybe a new event that we haven't seen, not the wave battle event. It's the same event, just cutting different parts and adding parts in. It's not the same as a new event. No. Anyway, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you think Myra is going to be the new best healer in the game. If you think I'm overhyping a little bit. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.